Alrighty, so last time we were playing, we were getting our town starting to expand. We just finished off or I guess we're about to finish off the summer, but we've gotten our berries done for the year. We're just picking those off, so we should have someone still left in the granary. Um, from here, we have a couple, I guess, main things to be doing. So we still want to keep expanding our population. And then we want to start building our farms. I think the way I'm gonna go about doing this is, so let's just do the first couple of checks for the farm pipeline. Farmhouse just requires timber. These are pretty much free. And then we need the malt house, which is just timber. So we have a bunch of people doing logging for us. I think we can even just get off of that and just put one there. We can have this all going. We have this, honestly, I think we even put one person there because we have so many people. Um, and then from here, I think what I'll do is I'll put our population on doing a couple things. One, I still want to get this stone cleared off, and there's only 60 left, so that should be relatively quick. But I want to just get all of that taken care of and out of the way. We have one family on storehouse to get that stone so they can kind of just get that cleared. And then next thing is going to be just expanding our housing a bit more. So what I'm going to do is put a road that goes back this way, and we can put now another set of houses in this area. And that gives us our backyards. Let's see if we can do another couple. That's not quite long. See, this lets me, no. Need to make it a little bit bigger. Oh, whoops, misclicked. No. Why do I... That should be able to do two houses at that length. Maybe if I go wider? There we go. I feel like I used to be so good at spacing these like perfectly, and now I just can't do it. Like what the heck is that? This just needs to go further out. And then I think what I'm gonna do with the very last plot here is I'm gonna actually make this one like a really funky setup and have this try to go almost all the way out here. Alright, actually, let's demolish this. Because what I want to do is use this land for some vegetable gardens. So let's figure out the smart way to do that. Maybe we do something like this. It really doesn't like us crossing over. Alright, so we'll demolish this one too. Alright, so if we can make it like this maybe? Really, I just want one house that's like actually using all of our space to a decent extent. I don't want to cross it over into this line. It sucks that we're going to be missing this space, but that's fine. So we have our future vegetable garden. And let's try to put one more house in here. That should be good. And that will give all of our people stuff to do. Just to get this even clearer, because we do have even extra people still. That's not quite clear. Because once that's clear, let's just put another family there. But once we find No, they just need to pick up their stuff. They're dumb. Alright, so this is empty, which means we can get rid of that. And we're really just keeping an eye on this stone deposit because we just want to kind of get that empty. I don't know, just kind of like for my own sanity, I'm gonna put a road here just because it feels like there should be. Actually, if I go this way, I can probably make this another plot. Actually, I need these. No, this is. You make it. They're going this way for the market anyway, so yeah, it doesn't matter. Alright, now let's start building. So if we look at our stuff, I think we put our farmhouse right around here and then just start building out this way. So let's let them start building our farmhouse. And then the other things we're going to need for this industry is going to be the malt house. Hi, Graham. You guys hear him? And where's a good spot for that? Honestly, the efficiency of this doesn't really matter, but sure. I'm just gonna put extra family here because really, like, we're just trying to get rid of this stone. Because it's more an annoyance to us. I guess just to put people to work, we can do that. Because right now we don't really care about building stuff too quickly. Right now the bottleneck is time. And this lets us get potentially a couple more seeds out there, because they don't do anything in the winter. But I think that's all of our plots. And then over the winter we can do the math for how many people. Honestly, like, we can even just keep expanding to more residents. We can put some stuff here now. You know what? I guess just to be space efficient, we'll do one of these 2 people places. I really don't like doing those, but it is what it is, I guess. And how is our stone? 13 left. 10? What's strange is they're like taking it out as they do it, instead of just, you know, mining it out. Not exactly sure why they're doing that, because it's definitely not the time efficient thing to be doing. We're at 6, 5, 4. We'll drop this down to 2, just because we don't need everyone on it anymore. It should get done relatively soon. Two. There we go. Stone's good. So once they empty the stone cutter tent, then we can demolish that, because that means all of our stone will be in our storage house. And that means all of this land is good to go for our farming. Alright, so let's demolish that. I'm gonna keep everyone on building right now, I think. Because getting stuff set up for the winter is probably the most important. We can take these people off. Guess it doesn't really matter. Kind of interesting that they're going over here for, it looks like, for the planting. I guess because we have extra people, we can put some people on the clay duty. And I guess because we have extra people, let's put people on wood cutting just to, I don't know, help there. Alright, let's double check our stalls to make sure we have food, clothing, firewood, food, but this one's abandoned, unfortunately. Because you do want to maintain 2 food, and then one of the other 2. Or one of each of the other 2. And the other thing we can start doing is making our farms. So there's 2 things we're looking for: is good flax and good emmer. So here's kind of our source, and then the trick to making your farms is you want them to be long and tall, and this is just more efficient for the ox that you'll have going. And to start us off, I think I'll just do like 4 or 5 of these plots. You don't want to go too big, because then you won't be able to do it. We have to leave. I wonder what happens. Is it gonna let me build over this? No. Can I just delete these? Oh. That kind of sucks. I'm gonna see if it will eventually pick those up. Hopefully we do. But the trick you want to the farms is them to be as close to 90-degree angles. And that just makes your plows a bit more efficient. So I think we'll start with just 4. Really early, you should probably micro these a bit more. Because our barley's so weak, I'm gonna do a fallow, a barley, and then we should be ready for wheat by the next year. Let's also do a fallow, barley, wheat. Alright, this one's a bit better, so we'll do barley, wheat, fallow, and this one we'll do barley, barley, wheat, and fallow. And that's kind of how you set up your farms to do a 3-year cycle pretty well. And those are kind of the 2 things that we're going to be looking for getting kind of long-term out of our farms. Honestly, because we have so many people, I think we're safe to do another sets of 2 fields. And how do these look? You know, 18's good enough. So right now we have a fallow on 3, fallow on 1. Let's put these on fallow on 2. And you know, let's start with wheat with these. We'll assume we can get bakeries going. What was I doing? Wheat, fallow, barley. I like to just keep it balanced. That way, like, that way you have like the same amount of crops growing every year, so you can kind of balance how many people are working the farms a little bit better that way. And now we're kind of just going clean until You know what really sucks is that Ox isn't getting these. So it's going all the way back and going that way. It's really annoying. So we might have 23 people here at the start of the winter. Um, got strong here. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Farmhouse is our highest priority right now. Where are all of our people? There we go. Really, we just want this farming stuff online for this next upcoming year. And we're intentionally not building the communal oven because eventually you can get like essentially 2 times the yields by getting the bakery upgrade. Um, so for the first couple years, I'm probably just gonna store grain until I'm ready to do it that way. And then once you have that setup going, though, you have like infinite food. And our fuel is starting to catch up to our wood. Let's chill on the logging. We've kind of destroyed everything here. Let's also chill with the fuel for now. We'll have a better idea eventually of what exactly we need. Now we're just waiting for March. And we can also take people off of that. And this way, like we have 15 people left over. Honestly, we could even start building our second farmhouse to just have more people and crops. You know, I'm actually pretty comfortable with that. Let's build a couple more fields right now, just to get ready. Because we're gonna have so many people on this. Let's do wheat, fallow, barley. And here you'll do wheat, fallow, barley as well. We shouldn't have a problem getting these fields going. I feel like you're safe doing 1 field per family on average. I'm just gonna start moving people over to their summer spots. So we're gonna put them here. We're gonna put 8 families in this. Just in case I want these off. And our main focus, oh, we need to get forester going. So put 2 there, put 2 in granary, and we'll leave 1 flex, I think. You know, we actually have an interesting setup where 3 of our people are these, which actually works out pretty well for the stores management. Makes it so our granary and storehouse don't actually need to do anything. So now a little trick to kind of understanding how the farms work. Essentially, you need to be able to harvest everything in a month. So roughly, they need to be doing what they're doing now in a single month on the winter side, and that will tell you if you need to prep more people or not. Looks like we need an extra person in here. And we're fine with that. You know, we're not doing any building in the summer. This is like pure farm season. And this will eventually get faster because we'll have an ox to help. with, is it, we have 3 in there, that's still not enough. We can put, over the summer, we can put some more people in the granary too, while stuff's growing. Because we should finish this early. And really, I think what our goal of this video is going to be is get our first places upgraded to 2, which means having a brewery and then the shoes place online. And you can see because we set those 2 to fallow, we're skipping them. See, it's April, we might be a little bit slow right now. But a lot of the farming is just getting your population down and understanding what you can do. I still think we're probably okay. We might be pushing it a little bit in the fall, but you gotta kind of test it out the first couple times. Not a fan of the lighting. It makes it hard to tell if people are still working the fields or not. Also, I haven't figured out, like, sometimes I just pick the weirdest spots to just, like, skip. They're also doing a very weird pathing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put one road going up here on this. So, because it seems they're going like that instead of just down, if they end up at the top of a field, which is a really big waste. Alright, so let's double check. Are they all waiting? Think so. So I think they're all done for the summer, so we can take them all off. And what we can do is just max that stuff. And might as well just continue doing the play stuff. And let's get some help in. Not sure which one of these is the bigger priority between the wood and or the logs and the. We have a lot of timber, so honestly we can probably stop that for now. I mean, just go full wood cutting. So the next micro thing we have is when June comes around. We need to keep an eye on our berries for. It's actually like July is when it seems like it normally ends up ending, and that's when we can take off people from the berry picking. You'll see, even with like the 6 people here, like they're struggling to keep up with the berries. Well, it's good here. It's like we've saved our wealth so that we can build a bakery off at the beginning once we're ready to go. So June, we're still growing. We're just looking for when this changes from um, growing to seasonal, which I believe happens on June to July. Sometime in that range. Let's also just check what our food variety is. So really just, yeah, we're gonna struggle to keep up with the meat variety because of that, but we should have the bakeries coming in and that should make it a lot easier to maintain a second good food source. And then with that, you can maintain level 2 buildings, which means everywhere can start doing chickens to make that our third food. Still growing, looks like. And you can see it just did another top off, and this is why like you really want to keep 4 people in here to like try and keep that like maximized in how much you're taking it down every time. There we go. So take it down to 1 to finally pick those last 3. Now the next micro thing we do is when September comes, so month and a half-ish. We need people to do the farms again. And then this time with the farms and after the fall harvest, you can do the windmill and the malt house. And let's just double check that we're good to eventually upgrade these. Yeah, it's just the logs. Oh, and then we also have the vegetables, which is also gonna help with a food variety source. Let's keep an eye on how this is doing. Honestly, let's just put a second one in there. We want to make sure it actually gets done by, honestly, we have people standing around, so might as well just completely tank it. Get it down to like 5 and then leave one family in there. That was probably a mistake on my part, now that I'm thinking about it. Because you really want to free up the extra family to help with the farm stuff. Still at 20. And the people we're able to move off our farm is, oh, let's also chill on wood cutting for the upcoming farm. And really just making sure you actually have 8 people to move over. So we have 4 in our barrier right now. We have these 4. Let's just start getting people moved. Because you just don't want any downtime. They're all done, so we can move these 4 off. These 4. And you can see we already have this at 8. And we could potentially move all of these people off too. So we're good to do a second barn house this winter. Is kind of what I'm thinking. We can keep building a couple more huts to get some more people. But this way we have our 8 people ready to go once it turns to September. And this will be a good test to see if we can do more or less of the farms. Plus, once we get it 2, we get the other upgrade and we can start doing the ox. And we'll have money that we can buy a second ox and have an ox stationed at each of our farmhouses, essentially permanently. We can micro them off in the winter. There's September, and they should all start doing their farming. There we can see them start to harvest. This is also faster if you have an ox because they'll help pick up the stuff. And I'm assuming they carry more. I haven't actually looked into that, but I don't know. We have 8 families on 6, like essentially 1 Morgan plots. It may be a little bit smaller than 1 Morgan, so we should be more than fine with our harvesting. And then roughly the math you need to know is each family should be able to do a Morgan. That's like what a Morgan is. It's like the measure of what a family could essentially do in a season. looks like we might be struggling to finish the last one. Yeah, we didn't even finish. That's crazy. Oh well. With the ox, we should be good. But that just lets us know that we should be doing a second farmhouse this winter. So they just did harvest. It looks like they're now picking up some of the stuff that was left, and then we'll start plowing the land. And how many do we have off? We have this one off, we have this one off. Oh, do we have 4 off? That might be not, might be too much. I'm gonna switch this one to be on. As we shouldn't have 4 off, we should have like 3 off at the most right now. Once we build one more, it should be 3 every season, or every year. Hopefully I didn't just screw myself. So ideally you want to be done all the plowing in October, you do the sowing in November, and then you're good for the winter, where winter you'll then process all your stuff. Honestly, we can consider even start processing by taking people off of these, because we don't really need them here. So let's put one person in the windmill, one person in the malt house. And then this person will be our growers. So we need one place to be our brewery. I'm going to put that right next to the tavern. We don't want to do this one because this is a 2-place. So let's do like this one as our first go to 2. And we'll also make this go to 2, and this will be our shoot place. And you'll see why we've done the prep that we've been doing. It looks like they're doing these in a kind of strange order. Normally they like plow everything and then sow everything, and it makes it so it's really high risk. But I wonder if that's been like a bug fix that I missed, or not even a bug fix, but just like an optimization thing that they've done to make it so your farming's a little less risky. So it looks like we got these all done, and it's just this one. And you can see, yeah, it's like yelling that place wasn't fully plowed. Alright. We're now in December, so we can take people off of this once we have all of our grain processed. Alright, cool. And we can put everyone on building duty now. Not that it really matters. Alright, cool. So we got our settlement upgrade. So this is where we start doing our farming stuff. So we're gonna assign an ox station here for the future. And now you'll see that we have some extra needs to meet, right? So we have this clothing, which we're gonna do by making one of these places a cobbler. Oh, that's actually a good catch. Now that we see it, we need someone on saw, because we need 5 planks to begin so. So we'll do one brewery, one cobbler's off the bat right now. And we'll probably do the brewery first because we need that done as a priority. Because now people are going to be mad from this lack of entertainment. And we'll see 5 more, so we can undo that for now. So we made this one the brewery, and we'll do this one as cobblers, and that will fulfill that second clothing requirement. And let's just double check that we got over. Oh no, that we still have some grain. Or, yeah, some grain that we need to process in the granary. Did we get all of our malt done? I believe so. Yes, so we can take you off. And then that brewery will take the malt we made and turn it into ale. And you'll start seeing that our tanning supply is going to start being stretched. So we're going to have to do a balance between chickens and the goats for the next couple upgrades. But we'll start having a steady income of the wealth. The next thing I'm actually going to do is get our next hitching post. And this one's going to be essentially for the farm. And once we get 20, we're going to request another ox. And we just want to see the tavern get some ale. There we go. So we have ale here. Oh, we did. Actually, that's why we didn't put someone in the tavern. Don't make that mistake. And that will fulfill that entertainment need. And then the only thing from there is our food variety, which is hard, but we'll start getting that slowly as we start getting some more chicken coops going. So we'll get that next ox for the next year. Are we done? Yeah, so windmill's just about done. Looks like they're bringing some in. Done here. Make sure nothing comes in for a couple seconds. Looks like we're good. Farmhouse is done. Malt house is done. So now just to make people useful, let's do some play. But that's kind of like your seasonal cycle of now, like you go like farm, berries, farm, and then do stuff. And that's why like it becomes harder now because you'll see we only have like a month of flex time to put population in and do stuff. What we could do is start working on a second farmhouse from here, or do actually that's kind of really our only choice is start increasing our farming to make it so we get more ale, and that makes it also easier to get more people. You'll see now our next thing is just make more level 2 plots. And we should be able to start doing that. And once we do the 3 more level 2s, then we can get our bakery. And that will probably be our goal of our next one, is just getting our bakery online. But I think that's a good stopping point. Hope you guys learned something. Hope you have a good one.